Welcome back now. The Abathembu royal family in the Eastern Cape says acting King Azenathi Dalindyebo is prepared to go for a paternity test, provided all his siblings do the same. Earlier this week, King Buyelekhaya Dalindyebo wrote an SMS to Prince Azenathi disowning him and claiming that he was not his biological son. The family spokesperson, Sganeko Dalindyebo, says the matter should have been handled privately between King Dalindyebo and Prince Azenathi's mother. For more on this, we were supposed to be joined via Skype with the chair of the House of Traditional Leaders in the Eastern Cape, Chief Mwelo Nonkonyana, now joins us via telephone. Chief, welcome to SABC News Channel. Thank you indeed for joining us. The first question, I suppose, what do you make of the latest developments at the Mbumbane Great Place pertaining to the paternity saga? Quite embarrassing news for the royal family.
Indeed, it is saddening and embarrassing, not only to the royal family concerned, and certainly Abathembu as a nation, as well as the institution of traditional leadership in South Africa. And it is really unfortunate that both His Majesty the King as well as their son, they've decided to discuss their differences in public and in this manner.
Chief, traditionally, what is expected of the King's matters of this nature anyway? What should happen if something does come up of this nature? Has it ever come up, in fact?
Well, in fact, in all matters where there is a dispute about any position in traditional leadership, more often than not, this issue crops up. Not that it is really a matter, but you know, when people just throw mud to another one, like in politics, it is muddy. And unfortunately, in our system, we do have a system in terms of traditional leadership. It is a matter that must be discussed by the families themselves. And it cannot crop up at this stage. It crops up at an earlier stage. To us, it seems that the dispute that we were foreseeing between the king, he was still incarcerated, and his son is cropping up, because as Contralesa, as well as the House, we were in the forefront to really plead with our government to grant His Majesty the presidential pardon. And but before he was released, it was supposed from us that the king and his son, who was acting for him, should have met, so that at least the procedure and the process for the release of that king, of His Majesty the King, is the direct result of an agreement between them. But it didn't happen that way. As you may know, Tabiso, when anybody is incarcerated, when that person comes out of prison, that person, before he goes to home, there are certain rituals that must be performed, not by any Tom, Dick, and Harry, by a person within the family that can do that. It seems, therefore, that the king did not even go to his home. He went to some residence that has been provided by the government. But in us, he should have gone to home. He should have been fed, actually, by the prince himself, who was acting for him. And it looked like, therefore, that the disputes that were there, as you may know, because when the prince took over, it was not an easy thing. The royal family was divided into two, and they were all in contention. But we were very happy when we said then that the family must really meet and resolve their differences in a dignified way, because we were fearing exactly what was actually happening.
As Contralesa, where do you stand? I mean, what do you do?
Well, as Contralesa, both nationally, because the president did call me, and all our colleagues, even the National House, we were of the view that there is a need for an urgent mediation, because we feel, therefore, that, in fact, we wrote early in the year a letter as the House requesting that the son and the father come together, and we talk to them, because we were anticipating that things of this nature may crop up. But unfortunately, until so far, we didn't receive any positive response. But we, as the House, now proposing to the government that now the government must intervene, and of course we will have to assist in that process, because both of them we still regard them with high esteem. And the father and the son, it is necessary to stabilize that royal family, that they must talk together, and they must actually sing from the one same book. And again, there are many leaders in Abathembu that we believe that they can be really of assistance in resolving their dispute. And it is really a dispute that is between, if you have got a Thembu with several wives, that is really ugly. Is being the red now, direct result of this. It's really a competition between the houses, if you can see through the eye of traditional leadership, rather than any other thing else, which can be handled, therefore, by those that have got expertise in that specialized field. Unfortunately, we do have within Abathembu leaders that can really help us as the House as well as the government to resolve this matter. The sooner we do that, the better, because we were also wanted to intervene when there was that case that was reported of assault and the case of domestic violence, because we thought that we needed to intervene at that point in time, so that really the differences between the father and the son are addressed, so that we can avoid these things.
Chief Mwelo Nonkonyana, Chair of the House of Traditional Leaders, Contralesta in the Eastern Cape, thank you very much indeed for joining us right here on SABC News Channel, speaking about the impasse that is happening in the Eastern Cape, where the acting king of Abathembu, Azenathi Dalindyebo, says he's willing to take a paternity test, provided that his siblings do the same, obviously following the revelations from King Buyelekhaya Dalindyebo, who wrote an SMS to Prince Azenathi disowning him and claiming that he's not his biological son. Let's move on now. The local film and television